I've had enough. Yeah, I've had enough of this horse shit. I don't give a shit what kind of law you make. I ain't going to follow it. I ain't paying my taxes this year. I just don't even care. I'm not going to be ruled by tyrants. I'm done. No taxes. I'm not following your goddamn laws that you make that are arbitrary and unconstitutional. I just ain't doing it. I've had fucking enough of your bullshit. Washington State, Oregon, California, kiss my ass. I ain't following no more laws. No more new laws that don't make no sense. Your little snitch line and all your bullshit you got going on, I'm not doing it. I'm not funding your scams and your NGOs and your f***ing bullshit. Your wars, your thieving. Yeah, thieving. You loudmouth politicians that don't give a f*** about the common person. I'm done. I've had enough. I am no longer going to participate in your horse shit. And I don't give a f*** what you try to take from me. I come into this world with nothing. I'll go out with nothing. I don't give a f***. You and f*** off. And on top of that, you best leave me the f*** alone, because you won't like the results if you come out here and try to stomp on my neck. It won't end well. I'm old, and I'm mean as fuck. Leave me alone.
And let's talk about the crown jewel of this economic disaster, the trade war with China. Trump charged into it like a cowboy in a spaghetti western. Guns blazing. No real strategy, just vibes. But here's the plot twist. When you slap tariffs on China, you're not just hurting China. You're hitting American businesses, farmers, and consumers too. Those tariffs? They boomeranged faster than a TikTok trend. Prices went up, exports went down, and the very people who cheered the loudest at the rallies are now quietly asking Siri, what is stagflation?
MAGA people, you don't have freedom. Your master keep you undereducated, feed you with propaganda and lies, using financial and political system as a leash around your neck, ask you to fight with China. Now the whole world hates you, and you are like, I have freedom. No, you have a leash.
Buckle up, folks, because the red hats are turning red for a whole different reason now. Yes, it's official. The MAGA crowd is waking up, but not to the America they were promised. No, sir. They're waking up like someone who ordered filet mignon and got a microwaved gas station hot dog instead.
I have two neighbors that are big Trump supporters, and they're very loud about it. During the election, they had Trump flags, Trump banners, Trump balloons, Trump signs, everything. When I saw those things, I was like, how is this not a cult? After the election, they took down everything, of course, they had to. But they kept their flags. It's, an American flag with Trump's face on it. Yesterday, however, when I drove past their houses, I saw that both of them took down their flags. I was like, I wonder what happened. Did their daddy do something that hurt their feelings? This is very interesting.
So guess who blinked? It wasn't the US, China did. Almost immediately after the United States raised our tariff against China to 245%, China was on the phone saying, we want to talk to you guys about trade.
Really? Is that why they're telling all the other countries that if they work with the United States that they'll put tariffs on them? Doesn't sound to me like they blinked. Oh, and by the way, do you know why they did this? Because this is what Donald Trump did with Venezuela. Yeah. When he said anybody who buys oil from Venezuela, I'm putting a tariff on you too. Because apparently Donald Trump thinks he's in charge of every country's tariff policy and trade policy and not just ours. Yeah. And guess what? Who buys Venezuelan oil? China. China. What's that thing called where guys finish too early? Premature. What's that called? Hell, I can't remember. Y'all got that. Y'all got a lot of that. Like, gas prices can drop by 2 cents and you're having fucking parades praising Donald Trump, and the next week it's up 10 cents and we don't hear nothing from your ass. Y'all do this on everything. Y'all come out immediately and claim victory based on some rumor. Like, you're so desperate to win at anything, you cannot stand it. You have to come out and claim victory before it's even started. You're just so desperate. The desperation is unreal. Trump raised his tariffs on China, and you guys were immediately coming out. Oh, China blinked, China blinked, China blinked. Do you know what China said that made y'all say China blinked? China said, we'll talk to you when you show us some respect. When you quit running your mouth, we'll talk to you. They said the same thing to Donald Trump that Canada did. We'll talk to you when you shut up. And you took that as a win. You were like, China blinked. China blinked. And now you're going to come out and you're going to say, who does China think they are? They can't put tariffs on other countries just for talking to us. That's crazy. Why do they think they can do that? Because Donald Trump is doing it. And they are matching his ignorant energy. Because he is so dumb. They're going to play, let's see how dumb we can be too game. Yeah. Donald Trump is such a narcissist and egomaniac. He thinks he gets to set every country's tariff policy and how they trade with each other. Stuff we have nothing to do with. Yeah, he literally wants to control everybody. And think about this. How much stuff do these other countries get from America, from the United States? And how much do they get from China? Again, who's their biggest trading partner? Again? Is it going to be us or China? And do you know why China made this announcement on Sunday evening? So we can have a nice surprise when we wake up tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks.
Even the MAGA merch, the hats, the flags, the banners, yep, they're made in China. You literally can't make this up. The symbolism writes itself. A movement built on anti-China rhetoric wearing made in China like a badge of honor. That's not irony. It's Olympic-level mental gymnastics. Now, fast forward to today, and reality is hitting harder than inflation. Factories are closing, small-town economies are shrinking, and the forgotten men and women Trump vowed to uplift? They're still forgotten, only now with more credit card debt and fewer jobs. And the faithful? They're freaking out. They're looking around like, well, where's our guy? Where's the prosperity? But Daddy Trump is busy elsewhere, playing golf, selling NFTs, dodging indictments like dodgeballs. He promised them the American dream, but what they got was a clearance sale version of it. Cheap, rushed, and non-refundable. The real kicker? America's global standing is taking hits. Allies are confused, trade partners are annoyed, and the US? It's slowly becoming that kid in class who thinks he's the smartest, but no one wants to work with him on a group project. Isolation isn't strength. It's just sad. But maybe, just maybe, this is the phase where realization...
The world is witnessing the death of America. Not from an outside force, but from a low-level con man, a pathological liar, a convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist that also inherited $400 million at birth and still managed to go bankrupt 6 times. Yet he's convinced millions of Americans that he's their savior, that he's this great deal maker, that he's this great leader. It's almost, if it was a movie, we would go see it and we would think it was completely unrealistic. We would think enough people would rise up to stop him, just as we believed the Germans would do that before Hitler seized control of the country and murdered 6 million Jews. You guys, this is happening right now, and we are running out of time fast. Let's look at the facts. You think I'm exaggerating? He's got the courts locked up. He's got the judges terrified. He's got the media terrified. He's suing 60 Minutes right now. That's going to set a precedent if he wins to shut down the media. You won't have objective media anymore. Look what he's done with some of the people in the media.
See, the chants of "Make America Great Again" have slowly morphed into muffled murmurs of, wait, what the hell happened? Turns out, what they actually brought into the Oval Office was chaos wrapped in a red tie and sealed with a tweet. The dream? A booming economy, tough trade deals, and a country feared and respected around the globe. The reality? A confused nation clutching its receipts, wondering if it's too late for a refund. Leads to reflection, where the echo chamber starts to crack and actual conversations begin. Or maybe it's just the part in the story where the audience screams at the character, "Don't go in there." But they do it anyway. So here's the question I'll leave you with. When the smoke clears and the slogans fade, what kind of America will they actually be left with? And more importantly, who will they blame next? If that got you thinking, you're gonna love what's coming next on TrendFeed. Like, subscribe, and stick around. We've got more stories that'll make your group chat pop and your uncle at Thanksgiving very uncomfortable.